What's happening, everyone? Feeling nostalgic for some classic Jefferson High vibes? Let's take a trip down memory lane and see what the crew from What's Happening is up to these days. Real names, ages, the whole shebang. And trust me, some of these transformations are wilder than Dwayne's wardrobe. Hit that subscribe button and let's see if you recognize everyone. Number 1. Ernest Thomas as Roger Thomas Raj is one of those guys who is naturally charming and always has a clever comeback ready. He can be a bit of a troublemaker, but in a fun way. He's always getting himself and his friends into crazy situations. But it's all harmless fun. The most important thing to Raj is his friends and family. He would do anything for them, no matter what. He's the kind of friend you can always count on. But here's the surprising thing. Raj isn't all just fun and games. He's also really good at thinking on his feet and getting out of jams. Need a plan to get out of a tough situation or make some money fast? Raj is your guy. After What's Happening Now? Wrapped, Ernest took a break, but then came back even stronger. He started popping up on all sorts of shows, from dramas like In the Heat of the Night, where he reunited with his TV wife, to hilarious sitcoms like Martin, with his old buddy Martin Lawrence. He even played a funny funeral director on Everybody Hates Chris. Basically, there's no genre Ernest can't handle, but Ernest isn't afraid to get a little weird either. He showed up in a movie by horror director Rob Zombie and even did a wacky short film called Earworm. It just goes to show this dude is down for anything. Oh, and by the way, Ernest deals with an eye condition called amblyopia. That's never stopped him from chasing his dreams and becoming a super successful actor. So next time you see Ernest Thomas on screen, remember, this guy's got a long and cool career behind him, and he's not done yet. Roger Thomas played by Ernest Thomas when he was 27 years old, and now he is 74 years old. Number 2. Haywood Nelson as Dwayne Nelson. Dwayne's got to be the smartest and most creative dude we know. Einstein would be proud. Forget class clown. He's the mastermind behind the scenes, solving problems with his brain like it's no big deal. Learning, more like his obsession. Nothing can stop him from soaking up knowledge. He might come off serious at first, but trust me, there's a total goofball under there. When things get heated, he's the chill teacher who steps in and explains things calmly, like a peacemaker with superpowers. He's basically the glue that keeps us all together, making sure everyone stays friends. Haywood Nelson started young, starring in commercials and even landing a role on Broadway before becoming a household name as Dwayne Nelson on the hit sitcom What's Happening and its spin-off. But Haywood's not just about acting. After the show, he took a detour into the world of architecture and engineering before returning to entertainment with a double-threat role in the revival of What's Happening Now. Here, he not only reprised his role, but also flexed his technical muscles as the show's technical director. Haywood's never been one to stay put. Today, he's using his experience to write, produce, and direct documentaries about African-American culture. He's also exploring the intersection of technology and storytelling in new business ventures. From child star to tech-savvy creator, Haywood Nelson's career is a testament to his versatility and constant evolution. Dwayne Nelson played by Haywood Nelson when he was 16 years old, and now he is 62 years old. Number 3. Danielle Spencer as D. Thomas D. is hilarious. Her jokes are sharp and quick, like a bee sting that leaves you laughing. She's a master of sarcasm, able to cut through any awkward situation with a witty remark. But Dee isn't just funny. She's also incredibly determined. Once she sets her mind to something, there's no stopping her. She's got a strong will and a fighting spirit. When she needs to be heard, she won't hesitate to speak her mind clearly and directly. And let's not forget fashion. Dee has a great sense of style and is always on top of the latest trends. Her friends constantly seek her advice, and she's happy to share her knowledge. Dee doesn't just give tips. She offers expert advice that helps others look their best. Life threw Danielle Spencer a curveball during What's happening? A car accident took her stepfather and left her in a coma. After a long recovery, she and her mom even took a break in Africa. This experience seems to have been a turning point. Back in the States, Danielle chose a new path entirely. Instead of Hollywood, she set her sights on veterinary medicine, and in 1996, she achieved her dream, becoming a veterinarian. While she's shared her story in a book, Danielle has largely traded the spotlight for Scrubs. Seems like caring for animals is where her heart truly lies. Thalmus played by Danielle Spencer when she was 11 years old, and now she is 58 years old. Number 4. Fred Barry as Freddy Stubbs. Freddy Stubbs is the life of the party. He loves to have fun and make others laugh with his silly jokes and playful pranks. He always has a positive attitude and enjoys every moment to the fullest. But Freddy isn't all goofiness. He's also a loyal friend who you can always count on. He cares deeply about the people close to him and is there for them whenever they need him. Barry rose to fame through his portrayal of Freddy rerun Stubbs on the ABC sitcom What's Happening, which aired from 1976 to 1979 when he was in his mid-20s. Surprisingly, the role was originally intended for a thin, white actor, but Barry made it his own. The character Rerun earned his nickname because he repeatedly retook his classes during summer school. Rerun became one of the show's most beloved characters, recognizable for his signature red beret and suspenders, as well as his dance moves that Barry had honed during his time with the Lockers. In 1985, Barry returned to reprise his role in the series What's Happening Now? But his tenure was short-lived. He was let go before the first season ended due to a salary dispute. Barry had requested a higher salary than the rest of the cast, leading to his departure. Throughout his life, Barry grappled with issues related to drug and alcohol abuse. In a 1996 interview with People magazine, he revealed, "I was a millionaire by the time I was 29, but then the stress of success got to me. The fat jokes got to me. And I got heavily into drugs and alcohol." He also admitted to experimenting with substances since his teenage years, and his growing success allowed him to afford more drugs. Barry faced particularly challenging times, including 3 suicide attempts. Fortunately, he managed to overcome these difficulties and dedicated his time to visiting various churches. During the 1990s, Barry transformed his life and became a motivational speaker and Baptist minister. Additionally, he made significant progress in improving his health by losing 100 pounds after being diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. Freddy Stubbs played by Fred Barry when he was 25 years old. Sadly, on October 21, 2003, Barry was found dead by natural causes at his Los Angeles home at the age of 52. Number 5. Shirley Hemphill as Shirley Wilson. Shirley's the rock of the show. She's a strong, independent woman who works hard to give her kid everything they need. She doesn't mess around when it comes to their happiness. But Shirley's more than just a mom. She's also a great friend, always there with advice and a shoulder to cry on. Even as a landlord, she takes care of her tenants and makes sure they're doing okay. The best part? Shirley's not all work and no play. She knows how to have fun, too. She loves hanging out with her son and his friends, and let's not forget her cooking. Her Sunday dinners are legendary, the kind that leave you stuffed and happy. Following the cancellation of What's Happening, Hemphill auditioned for the role of a cook on Archie Bunker's Place, but Ann Mara was ultimately cast. The day after losing that role, she received an offer to star in her own sitcom, One in a Million. In this series, she portrayed Shirley Simmons, a taxi driver who inherited a massive corporation and fortune from one of her passengers. The show debuted on ABC on January 8, 1980, but failed to attract a sufficient audience, leading to its cancellation in June 1980. Afterward, Hemphill spent much of the early 1980s performing in nightclubs across the United States and making occasional guest appearances on TV shows, including The Love Boat and Trapper John, M.D. In 1985, she was invited to co-star in the revival of What's Happening, titled What's Happening Now, which aired in syndication from 1985 to 1988. After the show's conclusion, she continued performing in nightclubs and made occasional appearances on comedy sitcoms of the 1990s, such as Martin and the Wayans Brothers. Throughout her career, Hemphill showcased her stand-up comedy on numerous popular TV shows, including The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson, A&E's An Evening at the Improv, BET's Black Comedy Showcase, and Black Comedy Tonight. She also became a regular performer at the Laugh Factory Comedy Club in Los Angeles. Shirley Wilson played by Shirley Hemphill when he was 30 years old. Sadly, on December 10, 1999, Hemphill was found dead at the age of 52 at her home in West Covina, California. Number 6. Mabel King as Mabel Thomas Trong, caring and smart, she's always there for her son and his friends, guiding them through thick and thin. But Mama's not some strict advisor. She's the cool mom who joins in the fun, always down for an adventure with the gang. The best part about Mama? Her wisdom. She's got a heart of gold and a brain full of good advice. Whenever her son and his crew hit a snag, Mama's their go-to person. Her door is always open. And let's be honest, they probably smell her amazing cooking too. She's there to listen, offer a shoulder to cry on, and dish out some down-to-earth advice that always seems to do the trick. Mabel King made a lasting impact in the world of entertainment, particularly in comedy. She began her acting career with a focus on comedic roles, starring in films such as Don't Play Us Cheap, 1972, alongside Esther Rolle, and The Bingo Long Traveling All-Stars and Motor Kings, 1976, with Billy D. Williams and James Earl Jones. King also made appearances on television, including on the series What's Happening during this time. In addition to her television work, King contributed to various film productions. She notably appeared in the musical The Wiz, 1978, alongside Diana Ross, and in The Jerk, alongside Steve Martin. Her comedic talent was further showcased in The Gong Show movie, 1980, alongside Chuck Barris. King's versatility was evident in projects like Getting Over. Her final acting role was in the Elliott Gould comedy Dead Men Don't Die, marking the end of her prolific career in the entertainment industry. Mabel Thomas played by Mabel King when she was 44 years old. Sadly, King died at the age of 66 on November 9, 1999, at Los Angeles, California. Number 7. David Hollander as Earl Barnett, Jr. Earl is a bundle of curiosity and boundless energy. Picture this: a young explorer with eyes wide open, ready to soak up the world like a sponge. He's got a mind that's always asking why, and a spirit that's as playful as a puppy. But it's not just about curiosity, it's about love. Earl shares a deep and loving bond with his older brother that's the envy of all siblings. Their connection is like a secret superpower, making them an unstoppable duo. Music comes naturally, melodies flowing from him effortlessly. On the field, he's a natural athlete, a rising star on the baseball diamond. David Hollander's journey through the entertainment industry is a testament to his adaptability and creative spirit. His filmography reveals a career that has spanned decades and encompassed a remarkable range of projects. Hollander's earliest credits hint at a fascination with the history of filmmaking. His involvement in projects like Alice Gets in Dutch, 1924, suggests a possible interest in the silent film era, though it's important to note there may be a credit misattribution here for such an old film. However, his involvement in The Times of Harvey Milk, 1984, undeniably showcases his interest in socially conscious storytelling. The late 90s saw a shift in Hollander's focus, with his work on Rated X, Showtime 1999-2000, demonstrating his foray into more recent television productions. This move suggests an embrace of the evolving entertainment landscape and a willingness to explore new storytelling mediums. More recently, Hollander has firmly established himself as a prolific producer. His work on the critically acclaimed series Ray Donovan, Showtime 2012, exemplifies this shift. As a producer, Hollander plays a crucial role in shaping the creative vision of a project, ensuring its quality and audience appeal. Earl Barnett Jr. played by David Hollander when he was 10 years old, and now he is 55 years old. Number 8. Earl Billings as Rob. You might remember him as Rob, the loving father in the hit sitcom What's Happening?, which aired from '76 to '79, capturing the hearts of audiences across America. Earl Billings, in the role of Big Earl Barnett, was the fatherly figure we all looked up to. But Earl Billings is more than just a sitcom dad. He's a seasoned actor, equally comfortable on the big screen and television. His talent is as diverse as his roles. Throughout his career, Earl has been the supporting pillar in many memorable films and TV shows, earning the respect and admiration of fans and fellow actors alike. Beyond his iconic role in What's Happening?, Earl is well known for his appearances in Aflac commercials. He has also graced the big screen in films like Antwone Fisher, 2002, American Splendor, 2003, and Something New, 2006. On television, he starred in the short-lived ABC series Misguided, where he showcased his talent alongside Judy Greer and Brooke Burns. Rob played by Earl Billings when he was 32 years old, and now he is 78 years old. Number 9. Fritzy Burr as Miss Collins. Unlike others who bully Carrie, Miss Collins shows genuine kindness. She even includes Carrie in a simple game, a small act that makes a big difference. When Carrie feels isolated, Miss Collins offers a comforting, "Trust me, Carrie," a beacon of support in a chaotic world. However, Miss Collins isn't naive. As the horrific events escalate, she joins the frantic effort to save Tommy. Later, suspicion clouds the situation, and Miss Collins takes a more cautious approach, searching for clues to the cruel prank. Fritzy Burr's path to comedic success wasn't a straight shot to Hollywood. She honed her craft for 2 decades, first through stand-up routines and then by captivating audiences in sketch comedy shows. This dedication to the art of comedic performance paid off when, in 1967, she landed a coveted role on Broadway. Stepping in for actress Kay Medford, Burr took on the part of Mrs. Bryce in the smash hit musical Funny Girl. Buoyed by this theatrical triumph, Burr set her sights on the West Coast, eager to explore opportunities in film and television. The 1970s marked the beginning of her television career, with a guest appearance on the popular sitcom That Girl, starring Marlo Thomas. This was swiftly followed by her film debut in the romantic comedy How Do I Love Thee, alongside the legendary comedian Jackie Gleason. While Burr amassed an impressive list of television credits, with over 50 roles on 45 different series, her film appearances remained somewhat limited. However, this doesn't diminish the notable exceptions. Her filmography boasts a part in Roman Polanski's neo-noir masterpiece Chinatown, showcasing her ability to seamlessly transition between mediums and genres. Fritzy Burr's career stands as a testament to the power of perseverance and dedication. From her stand-up roots to her appearances on the silver screen, she carved a path as a versatile comedic talent, leaving audiences entertained wherever she performed. Miss Collins played by Fritzy Burr when she was 53 years old. Burr died in Fort Myers, Florida of natural causes on January 17, 2003, aged 78. Number 10. Thalmus Rasulala as Bill Thomas Rasulala was a tall, handsome, and commanding black actor known for his powerful voice. He began his career in the 1960s as a musical comedy performer on the New York stage, initially using the name Jack Crowder. His early theatrical credits included roles in off-Broadway musicals like Fly, Blackbird, alongside Robert Guillaume and The Fantastics. He gained recognition for his Broadway debut as Cornelius Hackle in the Pearl Bailey production of Hello, Dolly in 1976, earning a Theatre World Award. In film, Rasulala made his debut in The Out-of-Towners in 1970. Throughout the 1970s and 80s, he became a prominent figure in blaxploitation cinema, appearing in films like Blackula, 1972, Bucktown, 1975, and action movies such as Cool Breeze, 1972, Willie Dynamite, 1974, and New Jack City, 1991. On television, Rasulala had roles in the series What's Happening, but his most memorable performances came in TV movies. He delivered standout performances in the autobiography of Miss Jane Pittman, 1974, and portrayed Kunta Kinte's father, Omoro, in the groundbreaking miniseries Roots, 1977. Bill Thomas played by Thalmus Rasulala when he was 41 years old. He died on October 9, 1991, from a heart attack in Albuquerque, New Mexico. He was 55. Number 11, Debbie Morgan as Diane. A petite, attractive, and commanding black actress, Debbie Morgan has long been known to fans of daytime dramas, but it took her galvanizing performance as Moselle, the psychic aunt of the child heroine of Eve's Bayou, for film critics and audiences to take notice. Born in North Carolina but raised in the South Bronx, she began acting in high school productions. Morgan began working with both the Negro Ensemble Company and the New Federal Theater in NYC, and appeared in the Broadway production of What the Wine Cellars Buy in 1974. Her stage success led to her film debut as one of the slaves in the dreadful Mandingo. Morgan found more or less steady work as a guest player on TV shows, including playing recurring roles on Good Times and What's Happening. In the 1979 ABC miniseries Roots: The Next Generation, she was cast as Alex Haley's Aunt Elizabeth. In her first regular series role on the CBS drama Behind the Screen, Morgan was cast as an aspiring soap opera actress. Ironically, she would garner the most steady work of her career in that genre. Morgan has been married 4 times and has no children. Her first marriage was to Charles Weldon from 1980 until 1984. In 1989, Morgan married actor Charles S. Dutton, divorcing in 1994. From 1997 until 2000, Morgan was married to photographer Don Thompson. Morgan has been married to Jeffrey Winston since June 2009. Diane played by Debbie Morgan when she was 20 years old, and now she is 67 years old. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. We absolutely adore the cast of What's Happening. If you enjoyed this video, please show your support by liking, commenting, and sharing it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more content like this. See you in the next video.